At the request of Ann, one of our YouTube subscribers, today we are back at Beckett Ridge to see how the renovation of this former country club is coming along. Welcome back to Subpar Golf Reviews. Today we are back at Beckett Ridge Golf Course.
And thanks to our good friend Ann, our YouTube follower.
One of our subscribers on YouTube, Ann, said we needed to get our fannies back out here and see all the great progress they've made on Beckett Ridge.
And the first time we were here, we did notice that there were quite a few things that needed to improve upon.
There were definitely some deficiencies when we were here 2 years ago.
And we agreed that the place has great bones.
We did. We thought they had great potential, and this was a country club, so we know this was a great golf course at one point. And it just fell out of repair over the years with transfer of ownership and some neglect from folks. But like our friends out at Jasper Hills, the folks here at Beckett Ridge have done a great job getting this place turned around. They've still got a little bit of work to do, but we're really happy to see what they've done the past 2 years. One of the things that we noticed as we were driving up to the golf course is the bunkers.
Yeah, that's one of the first things we noticed.
Yeah.
They actually have sand.
They do have sand, and it's really nice sand, and the edges are cut nice and clean.
It's beautiful.
We've got a few photos here of the new bunkers at the golf course. I don't think I was actually in one today, but I did admire several from afar.
I don't think I was in a bunker today. Imagine that.
Last time we were here, they were just full of weeds. So this is a huge improvement, and A+ on that. The other thing that we noticed as we pulled up is that the old dilapidated clubhouse that was just boarded up is gone. They raised that sucker.
Yeah.
You can see the remains of the concrete structure that was, I guess, the basement.
Yeah.
And then something really exciting, building right in front of that old structure is what is going to be the new clubhouse.
Looks like the footer is there, and they've got some progress going on that. So
they've already started the construction, so that's really exciting. It sounds like over the next few months, they're hoping to get that thing up and going. So for next golf season, they should have the fantastic new clubhouse here. Now, to give them credit, they are making an effort to make their guests comfortable here.
Sure.
And Javon and I have laughed about this a few times since we did the original video, that we kept calling the RV a mobile home. Clearly, I guess you could live in it, but technically it's a recreational vehicle, tour bus kind of thing. It's not really a mobile home. But they still have the RV out here. They've still got lots of snacks.
Sure.
They've got some golf gloves and things like that you can buy.
They do a little thing with Subway, get you some sandwiches if you want a sandwich. The Subway
thing is interesting, and Javon and I came out at lunchtime today, and we knew ahead of time that the clubhouse wasn't done yet. So we'd like to give a shout out to the folks at United Dairy Farmer. We stopped at UDF and got a couple of sandwiches and drinks and chips, and that was good for us.
Right.
But Javon mentioned Subway. We noticed a Subway sign when we got here, and what they've done is they've worked out a deal with Subway so that they have some basic subs delivered first thing in the morning, and then you can buy those during the day, and you can put your condiments on, and you got a little Subway sandwich and some chips, and
they didn't have that last time.
You're good to go. So not quite bratwurst clubhouse worthy.
Not yet.
But some creative thinking and feeding guests, and it was good.
Yeah, I think it was a great idea for them to take that on and do that, because that was a challenge the first time we got here. Not only was the course not in good shape, but I was starving.
Yeah. So we were well fed today, thanks to the folks at UDF, and some snacks and drinks here at the RV at Beckett Ridge.
Yes.
Once again, the folks here were a 10 out of 10 on the awesome, friendly hospitality scale.
And that's really important to us. We want to see that the staff really loves where they work, that they take care of their guests, and that they're generally just happy to be here.
Yeah.
We got that.
They're all excited about the updates here at the golf course and where this is going, and it looks like they're getting a lot of folks out here playing golf. You can tell that the course is has had some traffic, and a lot of folks coming out and enjoying the course, so that's good to see.
Something else that they improved, a couple of other things they improved. The greens this time, looks like they replaced most, if not all, the greens.
Yeah, the greens were in pretty good shape the first time we played, but they're really good now.
Really good now.
There were a couple of edges that were starting to brown up a little, But once again, we give a little extra credit sometimes depending on when we do these reviews. August in Ohio will get you a few extra points in terms of burnout, because we know it's been a hot, gross summer as usual in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I would say overall, the course looks like it's been pretty well maintained and watered.
It looks fantastic. The fairways were green and lush.
Nothing all browned out and cracked like we've seen at a couple other courses. So clearly, in addition to the improvements, they're doing a good job of maintaining the course. The tee boxes were generally in good shape.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Some of the tee boxes, the ones that aren't used as much, maybe the forward tees or the way back tees, they're in really good shape. Those middle, the blues and the white tees, you can tell they're getting a lot of use.
Yeah, this place, we had to wait a little bit today. Quite a few people here.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a backup today.
Traffic.
It was a beautiful day. I don't know why people don't work anymore, but
what's up with that?
Look at us golfing on a Friday, not working. They have one other cool little thing that I didn't notice the first time that we came out here. It's a little practice hole, and it's right as you pull in, right by the number 10 tee.
Right to the left.
It's just like a little downhill par 3, maybe like 100 or so yards.
Yeah, 112, 115
and you
yards.
can just practice your short game. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of that around.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. The course was just as much fun as the last time we played. We had a really good time. There are still some houses scattered around, but nothing really significantly in play.
It's still a challenging course.
If you stay generally near the fairway, you're in great shape. A little bit of water on the course.
Very hilly still.
Yes, the hills did not go away. This is still a very hilly golf course. One peculiar thing that we noticed last time, and remembering that this was a country club, off to the side, there's like this weird barn and like these old rundown tennis courts and remnants of an old swimming pool. Well, what we learned today is that the folks who bought the golf course actually didn't buy that section of the property. That's owned by someone else, and apparently that's in the works to be renovated, and they're going to do something else over here.
Tear it down, I think, and build some homes.
So yeah, it's a little bit of an eyesore. So it'll be great when they get that cleaned up and either build some homes or condos or whatever they're going to do. That'll be nice.
This may add to the value of the course, and you know, it might get even more traffic here.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else we want to talk about in terms of improvements, things that they took care of since last time we were here?
I think we nailed all of that. I will say that this is still, as far as driving, one of the most dangerous courses around.
One of the things that we neglected to mention during our first review is that you have to cross the street to get to other parts of the golf course, and that's not entirely unusual. There are other golf courses like Brown's Run where you have to go across a road to get to the other side.
You said a road.
Heatherwood, you actually go under the road to get to the other side. There are others. Avon Fields, we had to go across the street to get aside. Here's the thing about this golf course. I lost count the number of times we had to cross roads to get to other parts of the golf course.
Yes.
And we're not talking like, you know, two country lane.
It's not a little country lane. This is like
4 divided lanes of high-speed traffic. That you have to go across. So
I don't know what they could do about that.
I mean, if they were to build like tunnels or bridges, they'd have to build like a dozen of them. So it would be ridiculously cost prohibitive. So I guess it's just one of those things that you have to deal with and be careful when you're crossing the street.
Sure, maybe they could put in speed bumps or something, or I don't know.
We did see some courteous drivers who slowed down and waved us across. That was always nice. Just something to be aware of. If you come out here to play, just be careful. Heaven forbid we wouldn't want to see any accidents on the golf course.
But I promise you will enjoy this course.
Yeah, it's a fun golf course to play. This is our second time around, and I enjoyed it every bit as much, probably more since the course is in better condition. What about some things that they still need to do? We mentioned that they're doing construction on the clubhouse. What about the course itself?
The course itself, the cart paths need a lot of work, and I think that the lady at the Club RV house kind of mentioned that that's on the agenda to get done also as soon as the building is done, or at the same time rather as the building.
Yeah, and we've played some other very nice golf courses where the cart paths weren't spectacular. It's just a cart path. I mean, it's passable, but on this hilly golf course, it'd be nice to have a little better road to drive on.
Sure.
And as soon as they get that done, this is going to be, you know, right back to being a top-notch course again.
I can't think of anything else they really need to fix. Price was decent.
The price was higher. I think we paid $30-something 2 years ago,
but now
it was $50 today. So they have to raise the prices, which seems reasonable. Clearly, they're putting the money to good use and improving the facilities and the course itself. So I was perfectly happy paying $50 on a beautiful day to play a nice golf course.
I was also.
In terms of the course itself, I don't know that there's much else that they need to improve on. We talked about, you know, how nice the greens are. Fairways are in great condition.
They are.
The tee boxes are pretty good. They're well used, but they're in good shape. They get those cart paths squared away, and this is going to be a really, really nice golf course again.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. We'll have to come back again.
We did have an opportunity today to do something we haven't done for a while, and that's some on-course shenanigans. We decided to bust out one of our new segments. We call this one Lucky Sevens. And what we're going to do for Lucky Sevens is we are going to play hole number 7 with nothing but a 7-iron. And good Lord willing, we are going to try and score at least a 7.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Got to get at least a 7.
Let's see how we did. Okay, here we are at number 7 at Beckett Ridge for the inaugural Lucky Sevens game. We are playing hole number 7. We are only going to hit 7 irons, and we are going to do our best to make a 7 or better. There's a little added difficulty here at Beckett Ridge. Number 7 happens to be the number 1 handicap hole here, so we might need a little bit of extra luck today to get a 7 on this one. So wish us luck.
All right.
Okay, Javon has the tee for the Lucky Sevens contest. I believe he's hitting a 7-iron.
Yes, indeedy. That's the name of the game.
Looks like this hole is a little bit of a dog leg left, and it looks like it goes pretty good uphill once you start getting out there.
And there is a creek.
Oh, good.
That we have to clear.
Hopefully it's clearable with a 7-iron.
We're going to find out, partner. Oh, boy. I wish I hadn't seen that.
And there's only one way to find out. Well struck, a little bit on the right side of the fairway. I think you're going to be in good shape, though.
Good shape.
I don't see creek in your future.
Yeah, it cleared it by a mile.
All right. Okay, come on, 7-iron. As badly as I've been hitting clubs off of the tee, we'll see if this is a blessing in disguise. Hopefully it is. Nope, not today. Oh boy, the snap hook.
Creek.
Okay, we found my shot here. It was not pretty, and now I'm in kind of a tricky spot.
You're in jail.
Yeah, like I said, this is a dog leg left, and I've got a lot of trees between me and left. I'm going to test that theory that trees are 90% air here is what I'm going to do.
Go for it.
Because at this point, I got nothing to lose, except for this golf ball and my pride. I just heard it hit the ground. I hit that pretty flush, but it sounded like it hit a lot of tree too. So we're gonna cross our fingers and see what happened. All right, Javon's in pretty good shape. He had a pretty good tee shot. It's just off the fairway in the right. What do you got for a distance?
About 180.
About 180?
Yeah, uphill.
It is well uphill.
And I see your ball too.
Yay!
In the fairway.
I heard it hit earth. It was just a question of where. All right, big guy, put it up there. Smooth swing. Oh, you chunky mother.
Chunky, but you know what?
It's in the fairway, so we'll take a little chunk. All right, we made it to Javon's ball, right in the middle of the fairway here. He's got an approach shot, and it doesn't really matter what the distance is because I believe he's going to be hitting a 7-iron after he kills that bug on his leg.
Let's move this back in my stance this time so I don't hit it so fat, maybe. Maybe. Run. All right.
All right.
To fight another day.
Javon likes his approach shots like he likes his potato salad. Chunky style.
Chunky.
Chunky. Okay, let's try something like that.
Get up there. We're dancing.
I think it went through. A 7-iron was too much club. Go figure. Okay, Javon's in pretty good shape here. He's got a He's got a disconnected microphone is what he's got. But in terms of golf shots, he's got, I don't know, a really, really long 7-iron chip shot here.
Not sure quite how to do this.
I would say just like that. Just need a little bit more mustard on that sucker.
Yeah.
Okay, I managed to stay on the green, but just barely. I'm gonna have the longest 7-iron putt of all time. Javon is just shy of the green, so he's gonna have another little chip opportunity, which might, in hindsight, have been a great strategy.
It's uphill again. Stay. Okay.
All right. Not too hateful. Not too hateful.
Guess I better mark
Got
that for
about 10 feet left.
Yeah.
For your 7-iron putt. All right. This is almost long enough to actually need a 7-iron. So here we go. It's definitely going to come left. Yeah, not enough on my 7-iron there, unfortunately. Who knew that it would be hard to putt with a 7-iron? I'm sure better golfers could do this. All right, this is getting to be a big number here. I need to get this in the hole. In fact, I don't really know where I am right now in terms of score. This is a tricky green for putting with a 7-iron, I can tell you that. I'm just gonna go ahead and reverse tap this in and be done with this.
Good job. There you go.
Who knew I could 3-putt with a 7-iron as well as a putter? All right, my man, finish strong here. Let's get this thing in the hole.
Putting with the 7-iron. It's really bizarre. Feels weird. Oh.
Unfortunately, you caught that same slope I did. You have almost the same putt, so we'll call that a gimme.
All right.
Well, we survived the Lucky Sevens challenge at Beckett Ridge. We'll have to do a little tabulation here and see if we actually broke 7. I don't think that we did. It's hard to count in the heat of the action, but that was fun. That's a cool hole.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a tough hole because of the dog leg and the uphill, and the green's a little tricky too. So I can see why that's a challenging hole out here.
And playing with the 7-iron the whole time, it's quite a challenge.
Yeah, I don't think they calculated the one handicap with just a 7-iron, so they might want to go back and retabulate that. Well, there you have it, the first episode of Lucky Sevens, and we barely survived. We both finished, if the tally is correct, with 7 strokes or better.
That was the goal.
And it was a challenge. Who knew that playing a hole with 7-iron exclusively would be a challenge?
Especially the #1 hole on the course.
Especially the #1 handicap, but we did it. We survived. It's probably about time we talk about a score for this golf course, don't you think?
I think it's definitely time to do that. What are you thinking? I'm thinking...
Feels like it's definitely in the 7s now with all the improvements and as much fun as it is.
Not in the 8s yet.
Yeah, they're missing some of the big amenities. We're going to give them credit for the clubhouse since we have seen for ourselves that it's coming. It's under construction.
It's under construction. So.
But you know, some of the other courses that had really high scores have spectacular, gigantic, simulators and all kinds of crazy things. And
people driving around with beverages.
Yeah, they don't have that here yet, but the golf course itself is fun, and we know that the clubhouse is coming, so I'd say it's definitely in the 7s. I'd say it compares pretty favorably with the other courses that we've given 7s. So
mid to upper 7, 7.6, 7.7, 7.6?
You know what, I think 7.6 feels like a fair score for this golf course.
All right.
Like I said, we're going to give them a little bit of extra credit since we know the clubhouse is coming, and they're great. They're super nice folks out here. The golf course is fun to play. I like 7.6.
I had a ball here too.
And would you come play this golf course again?
I would definitely come play again. Thanks again, Ann, for having us out.
Yes, thank you, Ann, for your YouTube recommendation.
Didn't we have some other recommendations, you remember?
We did. We had a few folks who'd like to see us do reviews. Some of the courses that we're going to try to tackle before winter gets here are Walden Ponds, Meadowbrook, another former country club.
Right.
We're going to try to get down to Blue Ash, which I've heard from some other folks is a tough golf course, real tight, lots of trees, which we've seen at some of those other Cincinnati courses.
Right.
So we need to sharpen up our games before we tackle that one.
You know what, though? There are some great golf courses in this area.
Yeah, we're very lucky. There are a lot of good golf courses. That's why it's taking us 1,000 years to do reviews and play them all.
Yes.
But, I mean, our problems could be worse.
Sure. It's a Friday afternoon, and we're golfing.
So we got that going for us.
Yes.
So thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. We're going to try to get out and do a few more reviews before winter gets here. Anything else before we sign off?
I think we should just say bye for now.
Take care, all. We'll see you at the next review.